Alright guys, so it's Friday, day 2 of Whistler Blackcomb opening, and today I decided to come up onto Blackcomb and have a little look around, kind of give you guys a lowdown about what is open, how things are working this year. So first off, all of the bases are open, including Whistler Creekside, Whistler Village, and Blackcomb base. All of the upload lifts are going, which is good, get everybody up. And as it is still early season, then it is early season terrain open, so a lot of the Alpine is not yet open. And some of the bits a bit further afield, so Crystal Ridge over on Blackcomb, Seventh Heaven, this kind of alpine-y, and Harmony, Symphony, and Peak on Whistler. So in terms of the lifts here in Whistler, you do have to wear a mask when you are in line, when you're getting on and off the lifts, but you don't have to wear them on the lifts unless you're in a bubble lift or in one of the gondolas. You are limited to ride with the people in your party when you're on the chair, so if there's only 2 of you, then there's only going to be 2 people on the chair. And then singles can ride on a 4-person at opposite sides or in the gondolas, depending on the size of the gondola. I just did Blackcomb gondola, which is normally a 10-person, and there was 2 of us in, sat at either side with all of the windows open just to help all that stuff go on, mass up, all that jazz. So in Whistler, when you upload, you can go up via the gondola or the chair. I would recommend the chair. I think it's moving faster. The line lifts are spaced out, so everything looks like it's longer than it might necessarily be. So just have patience when you guys are getting up. I have found so far that the lineups haven't really taken much longer. Partially due to the reservation capacity, probably. Still early season in terms of the amount of runs open on the hill, but I think there's still more than enough at the moment, and they are starting to fill in. A lot of the areas that we would want to ride and that we did ride the other day are beyond the ski patrol, so it is technically not out of bounds, but it is not patrolled, so you do have to get out of there yourself, so do exercise caution.
Whoa! Oh. Don't hit that, yeah.
And the park system is going to be a little bit different in Whistler Blackcomb this year, in that there is not going to be a Whistler park, and hopefully there will be a bigger than normal Blackcomb park. I mean, second day, the park's still growing. I know last year there was barely anything on opening day because there was no snow, but already they have a few tubes set up. They have a big jump line at the top. They got some more rails at the bottom, some boxes. Yeah, so it's starting to fill in. They are starting to put some more in. Will be interesting to see how much, if any, they increase the size of the park, because there's not one on Whistler this year. So we'll just have to wait and see. One of the big changes this year is actually, things have changed since I even did my video last week on 10 tips, is that Whistler Blackcomb is introducing a reservation system to eat called Time to Dine. So the resort has food places spread out all over the mountain from the top to the bottom. At the bottom, what I've seen so far is they're generally doing takeaway for food, and then at the top or on the mountain, then you have to get a reservation. So I went in to talk to them. There is an app that you want to preferably use beforehand. So if you guys are interested in eating while you're on the mountain, which is a good idea, you will have to make a reservation if you want to use any of the resort facilities. And from what I was told, they open up at 7 a.m. There is an app, so that's the best way to do it, but there's also walk-ins as well, so you can go in while you're on the mountain. Probably going to be best to use the app. And then 6 people at a table. All of your group has to be present before you're seated. Yeah, if you want to get a little bit more independence, bring a backpack and bring some food. But I think with the implementation of the reservation system, as the numbers on the mountain are controlled, then chances are it'll be easier to get into the restaurants, which are running at 50% capacity. But still limited terrain open out there. A lot of the main runs are open, a lot of the blues. not much off-piste has officially been open at all. A lot of ropes and signs trying to keep you within the patrolled area. A lot of people ducking under the ropes. I would not recommend that unless you know where you're going. You are leaving the patrolled area. It's not technically out of bounds, but it is not getting patrolled. So, especially if you don't know where you're going, if you're new here, first couple days, just take it easy. Build up all of that muscle memory. Build up all of that muscle memory before you start gallivanting around in the bushes.
Well, the tube park's not open.
Alright, so back at the car now. You guys might appreciate parking is a little bit different this year, but I actually think it's a lot easier because of the reservation system, because the capacity is limited. There's not so many people coming, and so there's lots of spaces available. And yeah, I mean, I've only been here 2 days and I haven't found it too bad finding spaces, although on opening day it did get really busy in Creekside. Well, I think that about wraps it up for this video. I hope you found it useful when you guys are coming to Whistler. If you are, just make sure you guys are safe, follow the rules. I really want to make sure that this place stays open. And so we got more snow on the way. If you guys did like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one soon.